Welcome once again to TDI's vlog, It's Our World. I am Claude Stout, Executive Director with Telecommunications for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Incorporated. Some of us use video relay services, many others use internet relay, some of us use caption telephone service, some of us use TDI to voice relay service. On February 25, 2010, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, issued a declaratory ruling that has an impact on how we use VRS every day. I'm on the way to the FCC building, and I will explain what the new FCC rules mean for us after this brief message from our sponsor, Hamilton Relay. Thank you for staying with us. In the recent declaratory ruling on February 25th, the FCC reaffirmed that there are three kinds of calls that are not eligible for VRS reimbursement. These calls are You saw the three different kinds of calls. The first one deals with VRS providers and their employees making calls. Employees who work for a VRS provider may continue to make calls as part of their job duties, but the employer cannot ask the FCC to reimburse those calls the same way the VRS provider processes calls from non-employees. For example, when an installer comes to your home and tests the video device for technical support, the call may go through the employer's relay service and adds up many minutes. But these calls cannot be covered by the TRS fund. Some VRS providers require their staff around the country to participate in teleconference calls using their own relay interpreters to discuss company business. For now, the VRS providers will have to absorb the cost of these calls. VRS providers can keep data on employee calls and provide this information to the FCC to help calculate future per minute reimbursement rates. TDI will work more with the FCC on this issue. We want to ensure that this would not cause employment discrimination against deaf and hard of hearing workers in the VRS industry or violate the ADA in one way or another. The second type of call is called VRS, Voice Carryover, VCO calls. When two hearing people, especially those speaking a foreign language, call each other, they sometimes use VRS to avoid long-distance charges. The FCC has said they will not allow those calls to be reimbursed by the fund, and TDI agrees. Now, the third type of calls are VRS calls that originate and terminate outside the United States. For example, a deaf person cannot call from Canada through a VRS in the US to contact a relative in England or a business in France or any other country. One or both ends of the VRS call must be here in America. TDI understands the intent of the FCC when they ruled this way. Other countries do not contribute to the TRS fund here in the United States. However, we plan to revisit this issue with the FCC. For example, if you already have a video phone device with a 10-digit number from a VRS provider, we should be able to make a VRS call anywhere, anytime, here in America, Europe, Canada, or South America. TDI believes in competition where consumers have a choice on how they make the call and which relay services handle their call. TDI does not condone any illegal or unethical business practices that takes communication assistants or video interpreters away from our legitimate calls and stretching the time to make us wait longer for a connection. The FCC has reaffirmed its support for VRS services, and we do appreciate that support. You can still make a VRS call, as many of you have always have done for many years. These rules do not affect peer-to-peer calls, where you call directly to other deaf people or anyone else with a webcam or any video phone. However, TDI strongly believes that it is important for consumers to have a healthy and strong competitive market. For that to happen, TDI will continue to push for more transparency and better oversight to minimize future fraudulent activity. Through a competitive market, we will see greater progress in innovation with technology and services that will bring more functional equivalency for all relay users. With your help, we can continue to shape an accessible world for you. Thank you for watching TDI's It's Our World vlog. See you next time.